Dads Worldwide. The first word in family management, family budgeting, insurance, bills, food, vacations, research and development, homework, emails, phone calls. Last week we tried to do an oil change and ended up with a new car. Security. Doors are locked, windows shut, house alarm is set. Fingerless gloves. Dads Worldwide. Loyal listeners, possibly you.
Welcome to another episode of Dads Worldwide. We will make you laugh. We might make you cry, most certainly, somehow, some way. Try to make you a better parent. I am your most tired host, Brendan, and he's back. He's here. He's the man.
It is I, the 17-time Revolutionary Wrestling Podcast champion, non-chill filtered, quadruple distilled, your blend master of ceremonies himself, Captain Aviators, an ordained minister in the Church of Dudology, and an international sex kitten. Tony motherfucking G back here for another spicy, titillating, seductive, informative, and brilliant episode of Dad's World fucking Wide.
It just keeps getting better, Tony. I mean, you know, when I first heard your intro, I'm like, this can't get any better, and then it kept getting better. I just can't wait for the next thing.
That's the thing. Like, for some people, like, they peak, right?
Yeah.
I don't know what that is. I don't know how to peak because my ceiling doesn't exist. I just keep trajectorying out there in the cosmos, you know? Like, some people think there's a dome over the earth. Like, those people are crazy because if there were, I've already broke through that.
Yeah.
Myth debunked.
You would have hit
You're
it.
welcome.
You would have hit it. You would have gone through it. I mean, that's
Right through
probably
it.
that's probably what the hole in the ozone was. Is Tony going?
Oh shit! That might be my fault.
We thought it was chlorofluorocarbons, but no, it was actually Tony G.
Is global warming my fault?
I think we could safely say yes on that one.
Oh man, I guess that's why I was wearing a fucking hoodie.
If it were
on Cinco de Mayo.
If it were a real thing, then yes, it would be your fault.
Fake.
Yeah, it's so funny that you said that because it was 80 here.
Oh, really?
It was 80. Yeah.
Holy shit. Yesterday was 80 here. Today was like cloudy and cool and yeah.
We got muggy and humid and same thing.
I guess we'll just trade back and forth.
You know, I'll keep the 70 and 80. I'll keep that. You can have sweatshirt weather.
I don't know if I'm okay with that.
I don't know if I'm okay with
that. I'll come back to that. We'll circle back to that trade.
Yeah. Well, Chris will be joining us a little bit late. He decided to again hang out with someone else instead of us. I'm second guessing his choices in life. Really. Yeah, I know. So, but he will be joining us. We'll get to him later. I just listened to our last episode today.
I did too, actually.
Yeah.
Wouldn't you know it? Another perfect episode.
It was actually. I listened to it. I was like, oh man. When we were talking about it, when we were recording the episode, I don't know. Sometimes, for those of you who don't podcast, like sometimes you get a feel for the episode. You're like, I don't know about this one.
Right.
Felt like maybe we talked in circles here and there, but actually I felt like it flowed pretty well. I was pretty happy with it overall. So
it's funny you say that because I felt that way about the episode prior to that when it was just you and me, and I felt like I was way off when we recorded it. And I actually listened to that one today too. I was getting caught up on all my shit, and I'm like, oh, actually, this was great.
Yeah.
So yeah, I got in my own head. And then the next one, the four of us, was like, oh, this was just tremendous stuff. And we talked a little in circles, but there was so much said, and everything said was just solid 24 karat gold banter that even talking in circles, like you couldn't buy that even if you wanted to. It's priceless.
I mean,
so if you missed it, folks, you got to go back and listen.
And if you wanted to pay us, I mean, that's fine too. Like, I mean, if you felt, I mean, yeah, we'll
No, you need to pay us. That's
take
this works.
Yeah,
Do it.
haven't figured that one out. This is actually, we're heading into holy crap, year 7 of Dad's World
Mm,
and
wow.
Big Bucket Empire, because
That's true.
we came in at about the same time.
That
So
is true. Yeah. God, I want to say, yeah, 2019, I think, was when the Dog and Chicken Show launched. So yeah,
that's
that's
when I caught you guys. So that's what I'm thinking of. Yeah.
That's-
That's when we started. We started like January, February-ish of 2019.
Yeah.
Yep. So, yeah, it's crazy. I can't believe it. We have about 300 episodes, give or take. So, thank you, everyone. I don't know how many people are actually like original listeners or not. We do have a bunch of monthly downloads, so people are listening, even though we don't really hear other than a few voicemailers. But if anyone's actually stuck in there for 7 years, you're amazing. I'm just
fuck you.
fucking amazing.
7 years.
Yeah.
That's a long time to be audibly seduced by Brendan Roy. Like, wow.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it was touch and go there for a little while. I thought I might have to end the show, and I actually considered ending the show, but I just really enjoy this. And if it's nothing else, I do want this to be some type of, I guess, like an audio diary. Like my kids,
Yeah.
I can listen to this show, and I mean, obviously when they're a little bit older, because we swear like dirty sailors on this show.
True.
But at least they're old man, like it will not be a mystery.
Yeah. I always felt that way about like the Dog and Chicken Show episodes we used to do. And I'm like, but they were all so topical. I'm like, they're not going to get most of the references on this. Just the fact that I like to take shots and chug beer. Okay, maybe this isn't the best way to digitally catalog my thoughts in my younger years for my children, but this is a much better vehicle for that. So yeah, I totally get what you're saying.
Just write a note to our kids to skip the Andre the Giant show.
do not watch.
Do not watch that.
That will be the first one they watch and probably show their friends. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, yeah, I was gonna say, obviously, at some point we'll just have to hand this off to our children so they can do it when we're too old to talk.
It's so funny. My family will like, oh, I want a podcast, and so we'll record a show and stuff like that. And it goes, I download it and I throw it on the hard drive, and it doesn't go anywhere. But it's funny. Occasionally they have an interest in doing it. Honestly, I don't care if they do want to do it. They great. If they don't, I'm not.
Yeah.
Who would force their kid to podcast? That would be weird.
Oh, I will. Like it's mandatory. Sports, no, that's fine. I'm not gonna make you do that. Band, no, but you will podcast, and if you suck at it, I will beat you with the belt. They might have
a better chance of making it as a podcaster than they do professional sports. And I'm not saying,
I don't know.
Like athletically, I'm saying like the odds are probably, because you know what I mean? How many people are competing to be the best podcaster in the world, and then how many? Although
it's everybody else. I mean, it's us, and then it's everybody else. So really, the best they can hope to attain is second place.
Well, of course. How many active podcasts are there out there right now? And
I've heard the number, and it sounds ludicrous, but I'm like, actually, I think that's probably a conservative number.
340 podcasts that have published new episodes in the last 30 days. This number can vary based on different definitions of active, but it highlights a more realistic competitive landscape for podcasters.
Competitive? Who's competing?
Yeah, I don't know.
That's an interesting way to put it. I've
There's-
never considered this a competition.
So technically, there's 4.5 or 4.6 million podcasts,
There we go.
but how many are actively posting every month? It's only
Yeah.
42,000.
Imagine those losers that do it by season and like take a break.
So loser.
Such fucking losers. Like unbelievable. Like even when we're busy and miss a couple weeks, we will still churn out the worst episode you've ever heard because that's how committed to this we are. Okay.
That's how giving you
How competitive we are.
so competitive.
So competitive. Oh,
Yeah.
that's great.
So my wife, the last time she goes, you guys doing these voicemails is annoying. She goes, I go right through them. She's like, I just fast forward through them. I don't want to hear them. I was like, it's funny. It's comedy gold. And she's like,
It
no,
is.
not funny. It's not funny at all.
It's funny to us.
That is true. It's funny to us.
I mean, even if we're the only audience, which that very well might be true because we did both just listen to last week's episode today. So
yeah,
I laughed at the voicemails.
yeah, I did too. I thought they were very funny. So
Yeah.
I don't think they're going away. I'm sorry, my love.
We'll try to. Well, I promise there will be more variety on the voicemails.
I don't
Maybe
think,
even tonight.
I don't think variety is really what she's looking for.
Oh,
yeah.
that's not the issue. Oh, okay.
Yeah. Yeah, so we had football tonight. The old man league and my kids won their game. They did a great job again. You know, Maxwell and Jack,
Sweet.
they're really coming into their own. They're really playing really, really well. And I think back to when they started flag football, and I'm just like, I was like, oh my God, my kids are the worst kids here. never played organized football before, you know, like any type. So I was just like, oh my God, like, and I'm watching kids like, you know, or agile, right? Little kids, you know, any 8-year-old.
Oh yeah, crazy athletes if they want to be.
Just crazy athletes, so fast. And I was like, my kids are so slow and and just like they don't know what they're doing at all. So, you know, and I think we're trying to figure out how long they've been doing it. I want to say 3 to 4 years now. So they've had quite a few seasons under their belt, and they're really they're doing a great job. So I'm super proud of them, and they're having a good season. They won the last couple games. So
and they're on the same team. You said in any highlights or like
Jackson
spectacular catches or touchdowns or
Jackson played both sides of the ball. He played the whole game, and he had in the last 2 games he's had probably, I want to say, 2 or 3 touchdowns.
Ooh.
At least 2 or 3 touchdowns.
How big is your field and how long are games?
It's 48-minute games.
Okay.
And with a 2-minute intermission there, half.
Mm-hmm.
And the field is, I think it's like 50 yards long.
Okay.
And
I want to say that's how long our
yeah,
4th through 6th was.
I
Yeah.
can't remember how wide it is, but it is pretty wide. It's
Okay.
It's decently wide. I would say maybe 30 to 40 yards wide. It's pretty.
Okay.
Yeah. And yeah. So Jackson played both sides of the ball both weeks, and Maxwell is he had a couple runs, he had a couple catches, and I'm not sure if he had touchdowns. I had to leave and go get ready for my game, so I wasn't able to catch the last, 15, 20 minutes of the game. But either way, both of them play great. They're both doing awesome. So I'm very happy for them. And then the Dolphins, 30+ Dolphins. We killed it tonight as well. So
hell yeah. How about yours truly? How'd we do?
I did I played I played well. I didn't do much on offense. I had one catch. It didn't amount to much. I got well. No, I think I had one miss, but it was like behind my head, so I couldn't grab it. I should have been able to grab it. Like I should have been able to adjust, but I wasn't able to. So
you're not a 10-year-old kid either. That's crazy athletic.
Yeah. So but
there's that.
But then so I was I kind of take control of the defense. So you know, I'm yelling at guys, you know, finding out we're playing man mostly because we have a British guy on our team who plays soccer mostly. And so like play man, and it worked out really well for us tonight. You know, he gets that, like he gets like chase that guy. You know what I mean? So
yeah. And if he's fast and has the cardio, hell yeah, do it.
Yeah, he plays really, really well. He's done really well. And so I'm kind of yelling at people, and then I'm also rushing. So rushing the quarterback, and so I felt like I was doing my part as like I was making that quarterback move and get out of the pocket, and he had a lot of missed throws because of it. So I did have a roughing the passer penalty called against me.
You badass.
It's not as bad. It's not what you think. I just like I jumped and put my hands up, and then his hand hit my arm. So roughing the passer.
You dick.
Come on. You know, awesome. So the ref of our game is on a team in the league. And he was explaining the rules to me, and he said, yeah, you can't move forward, jump and move forward. You can like jump up and like it. I said, well, technically, Josh, I was moving to the side. He's like, no.
And you said, what if it were you, motherfucker? Come on.
Yeah. So yeah, so I felt like I don't feel like I other than, you know, taking some defense away from the other guys, I don't feel like I really did anything for offense. But yeah, defensively, I felt I played pretty well. So I'm happy with my performance. I want to do more though. Like it's I just want to have fun. I really just want to have fun. And winning is great too, though. So we're 2-0, and we scored pretty heavy on. So they only really scored 2 touchdowns, but they did score a third one off of a tip from one of our defenders. So it was like, you know, but hey, it counts. So, but yeah, we had them by like, I don't know, forget 4 or 5 scores. So they weren't catching up. So yeah, we have a couple studs on our team. So I'm pretty happy with our team. And we have there's only one other team in the league that I think that we really have to worry about. And they've got a lot of speed. They've got some tall guys. So yeah, it's gonna be interesting. So hopefully we can keep it together to get those. I think whoever makes the most mistakes for that game obviously is gonna be the winner, obviously. So, but yeah, I just gave you a John Madden moment. Whoever scores the most touchdowns is going to win that game. But yeah,
it's really a profit.
Yeah. But I don't know. All in all, I'm having a great time. I was rushing the quarterback at one point, and one of the guys, he had the ball tossed to him, and I'm like beelining for him, and he turned and he just said, "Ow, ow, ow," and I'm like, "Oh, snap!" Like, and I'm still like, I slowed down and I ran after him, but he like kind of like threw the ball away, and I was just like, "Dude, are you okay?" And he's like, I don't think he spoke English, but he's like, yeah, I'm fine. But he never came back. He left.
Oh,
so I think they said it was his Achilles. So,
oh shit.
That's if that's true, that's 3 Achilles in 2 weeks.
Oh no.
Yeah, one of my buddies on another team blew out his Achilles. Another guy blew out his Achilles, and then this week, this guy. So I haven't heard of any more injuries, but yeah, this is the danger of the I thought it was just a 40+ league, but this is a 30+ league, and
Sounds like 60 plus.
it really does.
Jesus.
I'm taking it easy, man. I'm taking it easy.
Look at it. Yeah, headhunter over here, roughing the quarterback.
I
He
didn't
might
even
kill
do it.
him.
I just ran at him, and he was like, ah! I was like, on contact,
Oh.
and those are the worst. You know what that's about, right?
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh man.
Yep.
Okay, I'll get to flag football here in a second, but like I had like the busiest. I had 3 days off. I had Friday, Saturday, and Sunday off. I wouldn't have known it, and it didn't feel like I had a day off because Friday I took off so I could go on a field trip with Stryker. He's in 4th grade. He's going to be going into 5th. This is probably his last field trip because I don't think they do it in middle school really. So like, yeah, I'll take off. I'll go with him. And it was to the state capitol, which Lindsay had no interest in doing, which like, yeah, that makes sense. I haven't been since grade school. I'd like to go again. And we have a just absolutely beautiful state capitol here in Nebraska. It is gorgeous. They said it was, oh God, how long ago was it built? 100 years ago, something like that, whatever. They said it would have cost, it took 10 years to build, probably cost $1 million a year, 10 million to build. Now it would cost like several billion with this architect. It's a gorgeous building. Well, we left right away in the morning on Friday. I rode the bus, and when we got on the bus, I sat with Stryker. I was surprised he actually sat with me.
Oh,
But him and his buddy actually wanted to sit with me. I'm like, oh, good. So triple wide in the bus seat. This will be comfy for an hour-long drive. Well, we all get on, and the teacher's like, hey, does anybody get car sick? And one kid way in the back goes, yeah, me. She's like, oh, you shouldn't be in the back. You need to come up here. So she takes Stryker's buddy and moves him to the back, brings this kid up and puts him in our seat. Like, oh, sweet.
not cool.
Not cool. Whatever. No, luckily he didn't puke, but we went to some museum first, and that was fine. We were only there for a little while, and there was like 30 parents. It was like chaos. Not that many rode the bus. I was one of the fortunate few who got to do that. And the rest of them all just met us at the places. And we did that for a little while, and then we went to the state capitol. Like I said, gorgeous architecture. It was funny. There's a bunch of like murals all over and on the floor as well. And it's pretty old school stuff. So you've got some naked Greek god looking stuff all over the floor. The fucking teachers who have done this before went and stood on the titties
Oh my god.
so that the kids wouldn't be distracted by the titties on the floor. It was hilarious. Because at first I'm like, does she know she's standing on? Oh, the other teacher's standing on. Oh, they know what they're doing. They're standing on the titties so the kids don't look at the titties. It was funny because when we first walked in, it was actually one of the girls that was like snickering about it at first. So I'm like, oh, okay. Well,
Boobs.
but yeah, that was fun. And then we did like a sack lunch thing and got back on the bus, and a lot less kids because a bunch of the parents just took their kids and went and ate good food. On the way back, I'm sitting with Stryker and his buddy, and across the aisle are these two girls, and one of the girls is just super not shy at all and always blabs and just talks to Stryker, and he's so shy about it. And I'm sitting there now, so I'm not making this any better at all because I'm not shy. And he's sitting in between this, and they're doing this like patty cake game, these girls are, and whatever girls do these days. I don't know. It was confusing. I couldn't follow it because I'm old and stupid. But I made him, and then him and his buddy start doing it as a joke. I'm like, no, you got to do it with the girls, Stryker. Come on, buddy. Do the thing with the girls. Stop it, Dad. You guys, stop. You can't stop. And I just piled on, and they're talking about they're showing me all their chapstick and their hand sanitizer. It's strawberry scent and flavored, and like, Stryker, you got to get the strawberry scent. So I'm like, here, I'll get it for you. So they hand it to me, and I get a little bit, and I rub it on his neck. I'm like, here, you can show Mom now how you smell like the girls. And oh, he was probably just furious with me. Part of him kind of loved it, but part of him hated me for it. So job well done.
How red did he turn?
Oh, he was hiding in his hoodie at one point. So yeah, it was.
This is why my kids never ask me to do things with them in public.
I had a blast. It was so much fun. Because yeah, girls once they start talking, they're not shy. And he's just like, oh my god,
They do.
so much fun. So we got back from that, and then God, we had me and Stryker had flag football practice, so we went to that at 5, and the twins had baseball about the same time, so they went to that, and then Vesper and Lindsay went to her dance recital practice, and then after that they drove 45 minutes to her hometown for their cousin's dance recital, and that went for like 3.5 hours. They didn't get home till like 11:30. Holy shit. I'm like, oh fuck that. Glad we missed that, I guess. Wow, that's brutal. But then Saturday we had Vesper's dance recital. Luckily hers was only an hour, but you know, it's a whole drawn out thing, and it's all the age range of the kids that do it, and it was fine. But it was weird because Vesper did her first one, and I'm like, I'm totally not a man anymore. I'm like teary-eyed watching her dance. It was such a sweet little song, and she's up there in her little drum. Oh my god, I feel like such a bitch. So adorable. But yeah, she was great. And then like but before they bring them all back out on stage and say thanks, the 4 instructors come out and do a dance.
Oh.
And they're wearing like these red tight, like they look like red koosh ball dresses. And obviously, yes, they're all dancers. They're in good shape. They're attractive women. But who is this for? Is this to just like wake up all the dads in the fucking audience that nodded off in the middle?
This is for them. This is for
And
them.
like it felt so weird. I'm like, what is this? I asked Lindsay, I'm like, why the fuck did the instructors dance? She's like, I don't know.
This is what real dancing looks like.
So those little dweebs, they can't do it right. Look at us.
We told these little fuckers this is what they're supposed to do, but they do not listen.
Yeah. It's so weird. I was random. I didn't expect that because they didn't do that last year, I don't think.
Yeah.
So that was fun. And then we had like an hour break, and then we had the daddy-daughter dance.
Oh,
So it was
nice.
go home, get Vesper ready, put another dress on. I change, and her and I went to that. And that was only a couple hours long, but like it's still a really long day. Holy shit. So we go to that, we get home. Everybody's finally sacked. We go to sleep. And then Sunday's flag football day. So we get up, go to the ball fields about noon. I wanted to get there early. And mind you, I'm trying to figure out our defense. I'm like, okay, I know we're gonna be short this person. And I'm like, I'm sure somebody else will be short. And then we find out one of the two coaches I coach with, like, well, I don't know if he'll be back because he's with his uncle. And like, okay, we might be down 2. And then the morning of, oh, I'm going to be, he woke up sick. He's not going to make, like, shit, so we might only have 7 kids for 6v6. Look, we ended up having 8. The coach's kids, he showed up. So, but one of the other coaches, she had to work. So it was just me and him. And we had 8 kids. And they're like, oh, I don't know, this is going to be kind of rough. I'm like, Stryker will play with 5. He don't give a fuck. We're having this game. Like, no, there's no way we're skipping this. We can't reschedule. We already rescheduled from last week because of the rain. No, I'm not. No, fuck that. He'll play with 5. I'll go out there if I have to. No way. So we already knew they were going to come hard at us since we won the game before and it was tied.
Do you play 8-on-8?
No, it's 6-on-6.
Oh, okay.
So we get there, we warm up, I'm like, and they all look lethargic as shit. I'm like, oh, we're gonna get fucking creamed. I'm like, oh no, this is gonna be bad. I cannot believe how good these kids are. We fucking steamrolled the other team.
Oh, nice.
Not even close.
Whoa.
Like we fucked that team up. I felt a little bad because out of the 3 tackle coaches on that team, the one had my twins. He was the coach for their team. Well, he had to coach that game at the same time. And the other coach just couldn't be there. So it was just the head coach of the tackle team doing it all on his own. I'm like, that kind of sucks, but they've got a ton of speed and talent. Like they should have been fine. They came in with a great game plan too. The plays he was calling on offense, bold choices, and they were executing this shit. Like run, fake pass, back to run, double reverse. Like they were run bunch set runs. Like awesome play calling. We were just really fucking good on defense. We stopped everything.
Nice.
They couldn't do shit. It was incredible. It was 20-0 at the half. I think we went up 26-0, and then I think the final was 26-6. Like we just stomped their ass. I almost felt bad. I couldn't believe it. Like we looked lethargic as shit at the start of this thing, but they came to ball.
Nice.
It was awesome.
Yeah, a little bit of confidence once you beat them, right? Like that's a little bit.
That's all it took.
Yeah.
I was blown away. I think we probably had the size. They definitely had the speed and probably the overall athleticism, but I think we had the size and probably just the determination. So I don't know. We had a great group. I was really proud of all these kids. Awesome. Had a blast. I really look forward to doing it again. So really good experience, really fun, and to finish 2-1 the way we did, I did not expect that. So I was over the moon for those kids, and Stryker had a really good season. So yeah, very happy. At the same time, Taven and Jarek were playing their first game of the day. Now again, they had 5 teams, 3 in our town and 2 from the other town, 5 teams total, and they decided to start this tournament at noon on a Sunday. 5 teams, double elimination.
Oh my God.
Yeah. So this was a journey.
They should have run 30-minute games because yeah.
So we talk about the size of your field. I think our 4 through 6 is about the same size as yours would be. Well, the 1st through 3rd, it's a lot skinnier and a lot shorter. Smaller field.
Yeah.
I missed the first game. Apparently, Jarek caught a touchdown pass in the end zone to tie the first game up. We got over there right when overtime was kicking off, so we got to watch their overtime. They won their first game in overtime. Great finish. And then the second game, they played against the team they lost to the week before. Pretty decently close game, but the other team did win. So like, okay, so, well, they get 3 games. This is pretty cool. So the coach of the other 4th and 6th team, the head tackle coach, he was coaching against the 3rd team, against the team that we beat in overtime. They were way up, and then all of a sudden the team we beat first stormed way back, won that game. So like, oh shit. And then so we've got a rematch now. Okay. We go in and we had the second game we played, it was back to back, no break in between. Like as soon as we were done, they were going again. Like, well, that's not fair because this other team hadn't played yet. Like, well, that kind of sucks.
Yeah, that's kind of weird.
So the team we beat first got a break, or no, they had to go play. So they had to play 3 games back to back to back. They lost to us. They beat the other team, and then they had to play us again. And we demolished them. We got a break before we played them, an hour-long break. So they had to play 2 back-to-back now, or 3 back-to-back. And I mean, it wasn't even fair. We fucked them up something fierce. It was, I mean, we were throwing Hail Marys at will. Like, it was almost insulting. And it was so lopsided. So now we're 2-1, and we have to play the team we played in the second game again, because it
doesn't make sense.
I know.
Teams.
I know. But double elimination, what do you do? So the 2 Exeter teams from the other town, they played a really tight one first. So the gray team, the one that we played, barely lost, had to play us again. I'm like, oh, they're going to steamroll us. It was so back and forth. Like, the coaches at this point are just like, fuck it, let's see how far we can run this score. I don't know what the over-unders on this thing would have been if Vegas were calling the shots, but the final was 58-54.
Whoa.
It was ridiculous. Like, Taven and Jarek were both pulling flags. I think one of them scored. One of them got a 2-point. I don't know. They both had a great day. 4 games. I mean, holy shit. We ended up dropping this one, but they went 2-2 on the day. Like I said, we got there at noon and we left at 6:45. Like, we were there all fucking day. These kids, you'd think, would just be dead ass tired, like exhausted. Stryker played 1 game. His brothers played 4. I'm like, holy shit. I'm like, well, if we would have won that 4th game, we would have had to play again.
Oh my God.
For first or second place. So yeah, I'm like, holy shit. It's probably a blessing because these kids,
Yeah.
they need a break. But yeah, it was a long day. But oh my God. I mean, they played great and they stayed focused. So it was really nice. I'm glad. It was a lot of fun. I might have been the only parent there who was having a good time in that 4th game because the rest of them are all like, get me the fuck out of here. But no, come on, yeah. I'm still excited watching this. Like, yeah, maybe I'm the asshole. Everybody else just wants to go the fuck home.
Oh no, man! I'm always cheering on my kids. Like I love seeing I know they're loving playing this game, so I'm always cheering them on. And like, yeah, I don't know how you wouldn't be.
Yeah, I don't either. I don't get it.
Yep.
Like some parents are just, they don't even want to be there, couldn't care less, or just don't even bother to show up. I don't get it. I really don't, because that is, to me, is the most fun.
Yeah,
it's the most fun. I love everything sport-wise they do, even if I hate that particular sport and wouldn't watch it in a million years. If they're doing it, like, it's the most fun thing I could think of doing. So I don't get it. I don't relate to people who don't enjoy watching their kids. I like watching them practice. Like,
yeah,
maybe we're in the minority. I don't get it.
But
yeah, that was 3 days of holy balls. I was exhausted. And then, yeah, Monday was a super hard fucking day at work. I was just fucking wiped. Oh, fuck. I'm actually still wiped, and I didn't do shit today, really. I'm still wiped from Monday because I got no rest over the weekend. Okay, and last sports thing. And then, yeah, tonight, Tuesday, Cinco de Mayo was our first practice for T-ball.
Oh,
because Lindsay and I and Stryker are all coaching a T-ball team.
Nice.
So got done with that, and now we're coaching kids that like just turned 4 up to kids who are like 6 or a little bit older than 6. So yeah, we've got like 9 or 10 kids on this team, and it's like herding cats. We had our first practice. It's absolute chaos, but a lot of fun. So this will be fun. We had a good time, and we only practiced for an hour, but it flew by because you're constantly, turning around and telling another kid where to go, what to do. No, keep going. No, don't stop. Nope, don't take the bat with you. Nope, turn around. You're gonna hit the ball into the cage. You need to hit it that way. Nope, wait, nope, don't swing because there's a kid behind you. Kid behind you. Go. I don't know any of these kids' names. Shit, what's your name? Hey, first base, go. Yeah, chaos. Absolute chaos.
Dude, that's some of the best Instagram videos is T-ball ones.
Oh yeah.
Like my
when one accidentally makes it to the grass.
Yeah.
And they all go after it.
Like when the I don't know. I think it's a girl, but she's going from second to third base, and like halfway she turns into a dinosaur and just starts, like she just
as is known to happen.
Yeah, it just happens sometimes. Or when the kid that hits the ball goes after the ball and like tackles the pitcher that went to get the ball. Like I love those videos. I love seeing those kids just play, running around the bases the wrong way. Oh yeah, it's hilarious.
Takes the bat with him.
Yeah, it's some of the best videos on Instagram. It really is. But yeah, I helped coach T-ball. Jackson was the only one that's played baseball so far, and he just did T-ball. He didn't really follow through with anything after that. But I was helping coach at one point, and I tossed the ball to the kid at first base, and I didn't launch it, but I overhand it.
Yeah.
Well, the kid goes like this, puts his glove up, and it goes right past his glove and hits him in the upper lip.
Oh,
I'm like, fuck. And I'm like, hey man, are you okay? He's crying. And I'm like, all right. I was like, his mom's like, you're not hurt. Stop, you're crying. my buddy whose kid's on the team and he's helping coach too. He's like, "Hey man, maybe you want to underhand it." And I'm like,
Yeah.
"I didn't throw it that hard." I'm like, "All right, I'll underhand it."
What, he can't handle a heater? He shouldn't be playing the game.
Yeah, he's like, hey doofus, like don't overhand it to the kids. I'm like, I didn't like. I'm like, I didn't throw it that hard. Like, I mean, he should have been able. I threw it right at his glove, and he just moved it at the last second and hit him in the face. Oh yeah, I felt bad.
Oh,
His mom didn't feel bad. It was really funny. She was just like, "You're not hurt. Cut it out." He cries at it. I'm like, "Well, it did hit him in the face." I'm like,
yeah, kind of, yeah. Yeah, two of the youngest, like, are 4 and probably just barely 4 that we've got. So it's like they definitely have like no concept of what's going on, but they're happy to be there. So that's great. But he's this kid, he's playing with one of the slightly older kids who has a pretty impressive arm on him for 5 or whatever he is. And he does not want to throw it on the ground and do grounder throws. He's like, "No, I'm going to throw this thing underhand and you got to catch it." So it inevitably, like, because we right out of the gate, like 5 minutes in, we're like, "Okay, everybody just throw grounders back and forth to each other." He's lobbing it up in the air underhanded. So after about the 4th one, it finally gets away. And I could see it happening and I couldn't stop it. It goes boom, boom, right in the forehead of the youngest kid, of course. And it stunned him.
Yep.
And I'm like, "Are you okay? Are you okay?" And he's like, "Yeah." He kind of nods. Yeah, I'm okay. And he smiles. And then it dawns on him what just fucking happened. And then he looks over because like half the parents stuck around to watch.
Yeah.
And then he sees his mom. "Ah!" Now he's crying.
Yeah.
So we go out and she's like, "Yeah," as soon as he saw me. I'm like, "Yeah, it's all right."
Quick.
The other kid comes over to apologize.
That's funny. Yep. Yeah. I don't miss
Where's first base?
Yeah.
The few that knew where it was had played last year. Well, it's over there. Can you run to it? Ooh, yeah, about that. I don't know about that. Like, go to it? What?
Coach that it was really good, and that was one of the exercises that they did. They would run the bases in the right direction.
Yep. That's what we did right after we did grounders. She's like, Lindsay put together a plan. She's like, "We're going to do that as everybody's getting there, throwing grounders back and forth. And then we're just going to have them run to first. Then we're going to have them run to first and run all the bases. And then we had Stryker take him to the outfield and just kind of underhand throw back and forth while we were working on with the other ones with hitting off the tee." So we packed a lot into an hour. So it's like, hopefully they liked it, and they all like. It was all over, and most of them were like, "Oh, it's over. Oh, can we do more?" Like, sorry, next week. Promise. So, like, yeah, that was a lot of fun. I'm like, yeah, this is pretty rewarding. I could get into this youth coach, whatever thing, even if I don't know what the fuck I'm doing, which clearly I didn't.
Yeah, I wouldn't know. Like I could teach soccer, like that's about it. Maybe even like a little bit of wrestling for the kids that like don't know what they're doing. Like,
Yeah.
And like if it gets above to a certain point, like I'm not teaching wrestling. That's not happening.
Right.
I only made it so far. So, and I had a coach, but he wasn't a great coach. I'm just saying.
Right.
He didn't have the fundamentals, right? Like he didn't wrestle. So.
Oh yeah. Okay. Well, that makes sense.
Yeah, so like he knew a certain amount of stuff, but not a lot. Like he wasn't. It is what it is. Like I'm not saying like he was a nice guy and he did what he could do, but like I see when my kids were wrestling, I see their coaches and I'm like, oh, these guys know what the f they're talking about. Like they like obvious, like what happened. So, but yeah, I enjoy helping out like with the flag football team. Like I'll help out with the flag football teams. I don't know. I don't really know what they should and shouldn't be doing to an extent. They're going to reach a point where I can't help them. You know what I mean? So, and I'll help until then. So,
Yeah. And that's how I felt during wrestling season. Cause I was really like, once Jarrett came back, after a couple weeks of deciding he didn't want to do it. And then he did, I'm like, okay, I'm going to dive back in with these guys. And I'm really pushing. I'm watching videos with them. And I'm like, oh shit, am I being counterproductive from what they're actually? But I'd stick around and watch practices because I'm like, I need to watch what they're doing so that when we go home, I can reiterate that to them because I don't want to tell them to do the wrong fucking thing.
Yeah.
I don't want to confuse them.
Well, you don't.
Which I'm afraid of doing. So
you don't want to start bad habits either.
Yeah, I'm like, they've probably already got those. They're trying to get the bad habits out of the way. I don't want to fuck that up. So, we've got that in a month, and I think all three of them are doing it since they all three said yesterday, yeah, we'll do it next year. $75 a pop for like 2.5 days of wrestling camp in June. So,
hey,
yeah. Like, you fuckers better do it next year if we're going to pay that.
Well, we're going to try to wait for Chris to do the voicemail. So hopefully you should.
I was going to say, yeah, I didn't want to do it without him.
But I do want to say, Tony, just so you're aware, the guy that you love the most, Vivek Ramaswamy, has won the GOP nomination for governor in Ohio.
What?
You were very concerned about that.
What?
And you love him very much. I know.
What? Why? Why is anybody voting for that fucking guy? Like, I'm sorry. Okay. Full disclosure, like, for what? Like, the better part of 3 years, I have been saying this guy sucks.
What?
This guy is a fucking liar and just two-faced, and I don't trust him, and I think he's just spewing out talking points. And Phil and Chicken gave me a ton of shit on this because they're like, no, this guy might be the real deal. He seems real genuine. I'm like, this guy seems like the least genuine motherfucker I have ever heard talk in my life. He is just repeating the hottest of hot MAGA talking points, and that's great if that's your thing and you buy it, but I don't fucking buy it. And literally, 2 or 3 days ago, Phil sent in one of the chats something about Vivek doing like Hindu splaining Christianity or something, and it was the most ridiculous thing in the world. And I'm like, you know what? You gave me shit about this, and even Phil said, you were right. He's a used car salesman. I'm like, thank you. Because that's what he is. Hey!
Is the host of Ask It Anything and Real Estate Raconteurs. Hello, Chris Green. Oh, we're not hearing you.
Yeah, you got no mic.
No mic.
Just kidding, folks. He's not actually here. Got you excited for nothing, Vietnam.
How about now?
Yeah, there he is.
There he is.
All right. Hey, gentlemen.
Hey. So your perfect timing. We just decided unanimously it's half off for all of us to get a sex change if we all go at the same time. So we decided on your behalf. We're all in.
Did somebody have a Groupon?
I did have a Groupon.
Excellent. Okay. Well, I mean, one team, one dream.
That's what I'm saying. We're gonna take Angel Reese's spot on the Chicago Sky, and I feel like we'll be real competitive.
Yeah.
Well, see, I already have a very good WNBA team here in my own town. So,
well, but now you're a part of something larger.
Okay.
What's better than being a trans woman that took Angel Reese's spot? I think there's nothing more rewarding than that, and getting to beat her up on the court. And that's okay because you are a woman. After we get the surgeries, obviously.
Well, I mean, according to that community, Tony, if I just identify as a woman, I'm a woman. So I could literally be a woman right now.
Yeah, but we don't have ass stuff here at Dad's Worldwide. Like, we go whole hog.
Okay. I'm in. I love it. Sounds like you guys have used your time without me very, very well.
That all literally just came out of nowhere the second you showed up.
Oh, dang it. Why did I commit to that? Son of a bitch. I fell for it again.
How about that we were going to make you go first and just...
Right. Well,
No,
that seems fair. I mean, it's kind of last in, first out kind of thing. I was last of the show, so I need to be the first one to take the plunge. I feel like that's fair. Yeah.
We did.
I'm sure you'll be right behind me.
Of course.
Oh yeah, yeah.
We'll be right behind you when we're walking out of the hospital with Jen untouched. But yes, we will be right behind you.
I feel like this is taking a turn that's different than when we first started this conversation.
Definitely has.
Yeah. I think my commitment is waning.
Hmm.
Mine was never a full commitment, but I liked Chris's
Jeez.
enthusiasm.
Yeah, he was all in.
I just wanted to
this,
gauge you guys. Yeah.
What we were talking about was Vivek Ramaswamy actually just won the Republican nomination in Ohio, and Tony
Yes,
stoked
No. not
governor. Is he running for governor?
for governor. Yes,
Okay. How is Vivek Ramaswamy's campaign for governor of Ohio? How did that make the topic list?
oh, I know how much Tony hates him, so I brought. That's why I made the topic.
Oh, okay. All right, that's fair.
Like if Donald Trump got pregnant by what the fuck is the guy's name? The comedian.
Aziz Ansari?
No, no, that might be better though. the comedian with the puppets.
Jeff Dunham.
Jeff Dunham. If Jeff Dunham impregnated Donald Trump and Donald Trump anally gave birth to a puppet, it would be Vivek Ramaswamy.
That works too. That's fine.
That's the way I've always considered him, because it's just he is more elegantly echoing the biggest Trump talking points in a more heated, passionate way, and I don't believe a word he fucking says. I'd never have.
Fake Ramaswamy honesty.
So you're saying that Donald Trump has his hand up Vivek Ramaswamy's ass.
Definitely.
He's
No,
operating.
No, I
as
think
a-
Vivek came out of his ass.
Wow.
Yeah. I mean,
There you
have
go.
we really seen Barack Obama's birth certificate? So could Vivek have come out of Trump's ass?
Completely.
Sure.
Hmm.
Sure. Yeah.
Next week on Dark Side of the Fringe.
The latest conspiracy theory. Yeah. Okay. What did I really step into? Since it turns out we're not transing each other.
We were actually waiting for you to do voicemails, so yeah.
Oh wow. Okay.
You got any business you want to take care of before we do that?
I mean, I do. I mean,
We
obviously.
knew you did.
But it sounds like I missed all the banter, and you have no more time for banter. Therefore.
Oh no, we talk nothing but kids sports. So
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, I mean, I always do have business. So if you're opening the floor to my business, I'm happy to take advantage of my time.
yeah, 4.5 minutes.
Okay, that's right. You did. You told me I got 4.5 minutes. Well, so a couple things. I don't remember. I put a couple things in the feed that I was going to bring to the show, and if I'm completely honest, I don't remember what those were.
Yeah.
One was this hasn't happened yet. I've kind of lucked out, but I haven't been responsible for getting my kids' homework done yet. And that came up this weekend. So my son said, "Hey, I've got 2 projects and they're both due on Monday."
Oh,
And you guys have kids, so maybe you've dealt with this, but I was like,
Oh, yeah.
then
Oh yeah.
my first question is that, oh, that's interesting. So your teacher assigned you 2 projects as you left the building on Friday. That must have been what happened.
of course.
He's like, no, these were assigned weeks ago. I was like, oh, well, that's even weirder. Well, then why did you not start? Like it's not like, hey, I need to help you finish these projects. It was like, no, haven't even started. Need to go to the store to buy a piece of poster board. Oh, and by the way, I also need to write a 2 to 3 minutes presentation. And so we need to do the research, and we got to put the poster board together and all of the stuff. Like, no, I'm starting from absolute square one.
Did
I'm
you
like, oh,
introduce him to AI? Just curious.
it's funny you would say that, Brenton. This very quickly turned into a don't tell your mother scenario. And I said, well, I think I know exactly how I'm going to write at least the paper. I think I know how I'm going to cover the paper. And I sat down and I definitely opened up an AI application and I cut and paste the instructions right off the instruction sheet from the teacher. And I said, I need a I need a 2 to 3, whatever it was. It was the number of words. They actually gave us the number of words. It was like, I need about 400 words. It has to be about this. And I need it in the voice of a fifth grader. That's important. That part's actually very important. Your prompt, I don't know if you guys are old enough to remember the movie Weird Science.
I love that movie. Yep.
Okay,
Fantastic movie.
So you remember later they forgot to hook up the doll.
Right.
And they end up with
the
a
missile.
rocket,
Yeah.
a missile through the house. So that third part, write it in the voice of a fifth grader, is very important. You got to hook up the doll. So you got to have the instructions and the number of words, because you got what am I writing it about? How long does it have to be? But then whose voice is it in? You have to have that third one's very important. So I did get that third part because I know how to cheat at homework using AI these days.
So you used Morgan Freeman's voice.
Yes. And it spit
Wasn't
out,
even AI. He was just in the closet ready to go. I am here to.
I know, but very strangely. Now, I was hoping for James Earl Jones, but he died a few years ago.
Yeah.
But sure enough, Morgan Freeman comes out of the closet, and I was like, "Oh, hey, Morgan Freeman." He's like, "How you doing?" And so
I would
spit
be
out
honored if I could read your 5th grade report.
Well, see, now that's Kevin Spacey from that Netflix show from several years ago. That's different. But
What was that? Who is it? Like, what was that?
Anyway, that was like a little bit of Foghorn Leghorn. But anyway, the point is that I spit out a 1-page paper in the voice of a 5th grader exactly, and I didn't even have to tweak it, because later I was like, "Hey, go play. I'm going to go proof your paper and DAI it, like make it sound like it's not from AI." But I was like, I don't know, kind of sounds okay, and I tweaked just a couple of minor things. Bam, paper's done. But then, of course, I had to go to the store, buy a piece of poster board. We had to find a bunch of pictures. But the other thing is that I said, "Oh, well, I'm not going to go search manually for pictures." So I put that in AI. I was like, no, I need a presentation now with captions and pictures. It spit out a PowerPoint presentation, a 13-page PowerPoint presentation, which I promptly printed out, cut out the pictures, but I didn't like all those pictures. So I went and found a few more, also using AI, and then got out a glue stick and went, made the poster board. And then what was the other thing? Oh, and then he had to make note cards. So the presentation was easier. It still took us probably 2 or 3 hours. But I definitely knocked out an entire project. And here's the capper, boys. I'm going to bring this home. This is the part you're going to appreciate the most. He gave his presentation, turned in the poster board, gave the presentation in class, totally fine. He also went to bed late, so he didn't get a lot of sleep. Basically, I said, "Okay, you need to work with mom. Like, the only thing that's left on this is for you to practice your speech, your presentation. No problem. Mom will help me with that. Great. Okay. So sleeps, stays up a little too late, so he's a little bit tired. So I talked to him later that day after school, and he says, "Guess what? Presentation went great. Had no problem. Remembered everything. And here's the catch, boys. Only one in the class that got a 100.
Whoa.
He got a 100.
Well, I mean,
he was the only.
His dad did his homework for him, so I mean that. Sorry.
Wasn't the only one though. I guarantee it.
Only one what?
That
Oh, his
may have
father did
had
it.
help.
Yeah.
Oh,
Right.
I don't want to say his dad did it. I mean, AI did it. Right.
But also, and
Actually, yeah.
this is the I'm not joking about this part. It really was like listen, could I have gotten frustrated and angry at my child for bringing this giant project to me at the last minute? Of course I could. That would have been justified, because that's ridiculous. You should have been working on it for weeks. But I kind of took a beat. This is where I actually have a dad conversation on our dad's podcast. I'm gonna give myself a little credit. So I paused. I was like, normally I would get very frustrated about this, but I'm gonna take a beat. I'm going to reframe my perspective on this. And the way that I'm going to look at this is really sweet one-on-one time with my son, who I really don't get a lot of one-on-one time with, right? Like, usually the other kids are around, and it's just really hard to carve out really good quality one-on-one time with any of my 3 children. And I love all of them. I really, really love my kids. And I was like, okay, well, if I reframe this in my brain, I was like, this is really, really great quality one-on-one time. It just is. Like, we could be doing anything together. Why not be doing a school project? Whatever. I mean, I don't care what we're doing together. It's just quality time. And so I set up his computer next to my computer in the room where I work, and we just pounded this thing out. And it was like great one-on-one time. We really teamed up on it. I could tell he was enjoying our time together, and we got it done. And we treated it more like, I don't know, like a challenge or a sporting event or something. And when we were done, it was all high fives and hugs. And
once you get past the procrastination and
yeah, listen. The thing that I did differently than what I've done in the past is I just made a hard decision. I'm not going to get frustrated about that particular circumstance. I'm just not going to. I'm just going to not let that bother me. And so yeah, I was richly rewarded for not doing that. Because not only because again, as we worked through the project, it wasn't like frustration and anger and I'm yelling at him and like it was none of that. It was nothing but whatever. And so we got it done and we were high-fiving. I got it done right before I had to pass him off to his mom, and he was the only kid that. And listen, this is my son who's actually very bright, but he has trouble concentrating, so he doesn't do that great in school. It's not because he's dumb. He just, for other reasons, he just doesn't. Yep. And for him to be the only kid in the entire class that gets 100, man, it boosts his confidence. And then he reflects on it and be like, hey man, that thing that Dad and I did together couldn't possibly have been more successful. So like, it's nothing but warm and happy feelings about the time we spent together. So
I'm definitely going to wait till the last minute next time.
Yeah. I'm definitely using AI to do my homework. Yeah. That's the lesson you probably took away from it. For sure. Yeah. But all that to say is, man, I'm going to give myself a little bit of credit for taking a beat, reassessing the situation, reframing it.
A lot of people can't do that. I'll tell you right now, I would not have done that. I would have totally been a dick. And I would have made the situation 10 times worse. Guaranteed.
Hey, listen. Okay, so what you just described is how historically I've handled those situations. so I am with you.
I hope I can take some wisdom from this experience of yours and apply that to when this inevitably happens in the near future, because that sounds way more enjoyable. Yeah.
Well, listen, I'm willing to give myself credit for doing it this one time. I'm not saying that I have a long history of being a great dad doing these things.
I'm changed.
I don't. And I might royally mess it up next time. I'm just saying this one time I won and he won and we won together. So I'm super grateful and it was great. Now I do remember the other thing that I was going to share. Moving on. So you guys probably saw this on Facebook. Same child. My children are very smart, very funny, very creative. They come out of left field, with crazy stuff. They say crazy stuff. They do crazy stuff, which, by the way, all of that is just evidence that they're my children, because I'm the same way. Like, all of their weirdness, like, maybe other people are like, your kids are really weird. I'm like, yep, they sure are. And I'm super proud of it because I'm weird. And so if I produce weird kids, we're just all going to be weird together. So, But here's the thing that I'm really, really grateful that I enjoy a ton, is that my kids have a really great sense of humor. Like, all of them, they all have really fun, smart, quick-witted, weird senses of humor. And I mean, that is so fun for me because that's how I am. Maybe not the smart part. I'm probably of average intelligence. My kids are probably smart because of my wife. I'll just be honest. But I'm the weird one. and if they inherited my weird sense of humor, then all the better. Because that's just what makes them super fun to hang out with, either individually or as a group. Like, when we're all together, we're just having fun. Like, it's all a bunch of weird fun. So with that backdrop, I don't even know how this came up, but somehow we ended up talking about like this kind of weird stuff just pops out of nowhere. I don't have an explanation, but somehow we were talking about funeral plans. My kids might even have asked me, what are your funeral plans? What are you going to do when you die? I don't know where it came from, but Noah says, I know what I'm going to do. And then he says this. First we all decided, we're like, yeah, we all want to get cremated, but he takes it several steps further. He wants to turn his ashes into a stale piece of toast. Then he wants to take this stale piece of toast and put it into a miniature coffin. Then he wants to take the miniature coffin and bury it under a newly planted peach tree.
That's very.
Yeah.
So I'm trying. I first off, like, I feel like they were actually just trying to get out of you, like, okay, not like what your funeral plans are, but like, who gets all the shit when you die, Dad? But that's neither here nor there because it
Uh-huh.
divulged into what do you want to do with your remains? And I want
Right.
to know, it's not even about the toast. For me, it's about why under a newly planted peach tree? Like I can get over the toast pretty quickly because that's funny, but why specifically a peach tree?
I don't know why they chose that. You're saying that specific fruit?
Yeah, I mean, why not an apple tree or an orange tree, right?
Okay, so if I may speculate, I think they got really that those plans are kind of a patchwork of ideas that he's heard.
Okay.
I think the stale piece of toast, I think he came up with that straight off the dome right in the moment. Like he's
right
like
there, yeah.
he's probably heard of the idea that people can form ashes into something. So maybe that's where that came from. And out of his own weird sense of humor, he's like, why not a piece of toast? Nope, toast isn't far enough. Why not a piece of stale toast? Which in my opinion just reflects he's got for an 11-year-old, pretty nice, evolved, strange sense of humor.
Sure.
Like
yeah.
because toast is funny. Stale toast is quite a bit more fun. That's not an incremental improvement in the joke. That's a couple of steps.
That's
Stale
true.
toast is very funny. And why toast? Like toast is just a random item. So the randomness of the toast is great.
It's the attention to detail for sure. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. Because actually jokes are funnier when they have very specific, weird, random details. Somehow he's picked up on that.
It helps the audience visualize. Yeah. Absolutely.
Correct. That's exactly right. And so I think where the peach tree thing came from is I think maybe his mother wants to be buried under have her ashes buried under a newly planted tree. So I think the tree thing came from that place. The peach tree, I think, is the same as the stale toast. I think he just added the detail because it's funnier. It's funnier for it to be a peach tree. Like Cody said, fig tree, is that more random and funny? Maybe. Apple tree is very, very generic. So you're like, well, not apple tree, peach tree. So if anything, this is an 11-year-old that is kind of in real time crafting pretty specific, pretty creative, funny jokes. And then of course, coffins are great. Mini coffins are funny.
That's true.
Like, you don't need the coffin. You could just put the stale ash toast right into the tree. Be like, no,
you cannot. No, absolutely not.
Adding this extra unnecessary detail of putting it into a miniature toast-sized coffin, that's way funnier. So like this whole scenario is like I just couldn't be prouder of my 11-year-old child for crafting this ridiculous joke. Like a more experienced comedian could come up with this and tell a joke on stage. Like that's a very evolved sense of joke telling that I'm very proud of, in my opinion.
That was beautiful. I saw that. I loved it. That's awesome.
Well, and by the way, that's exactly what he said. I didn't make up any of the. I did not embellish the details. Like those are his details, and he was incredibly proud of himself for coming up with that when it was done. But that's also an example of what our dinner table conversations are like. Like that's like we're just doing improv games and making jokes and having random conversations, and it honestly couldn't be more fun. It's really fun. Now, do they also fight with each other and I have to get on them and kind of makes me crazy sometimes? Like we're not always having a great time, but when we are, that's a great example of what it's like. And I really love it. I love it.
It's fantastic.
Mm-hmm. Now with my last 30 seconds, I'm going to aim this one at you, Tony, because you're a workout guy. I really respect your dedication to your workout guy because historically, I'm not a workout guy. And in the future, I'm probably not going to be a workout guy. However, I'm finally at a point where I can start doing some things to recover from 3 or 4 or 5 years of medical issues that I've had and like muscle atrophy from long surgery recoveries and all this stuff. Like it's taken me years to get to this point. And so I'm doing a little home workout, and I'm not even going to tell you the details because it's embarrassing. It's so mild. However, a friend of mine said, hey, on top of your little, because it's only like a 30-minute workout. It's really more like PT than actual working out. It's very mild. And he said, you know what? I went through something similar years ago, and I did push-ups every day because I don't have any equipment. I don't have a bench. Right. I have no equipment. I have no weights. Like it's all what do you call it? Like body mass or body? It's all built around my own body resistance. Mm-hmm. He's like, perfect. You don't need anything. Just whatever you're doing, just add push-ups. Do push-ups every day.
Body weight workout. Yeah.
Sure. And so I was like, okay, well, that sounds great. I can certainly do push-ups. I thought I could, but when I started 2 months ago, I literally could do 3 sets of 5 Like that's where I started, which is basically zero. Like I basically do 0 push-ups. So obviously I've been working on it and improving over time the last several weeks. So I will tell you, and listen, I'm not going to impress you with the number I'm about to tell you, but it just has to be, the context is where I started and how completely weak I was from before.
Right.
So last night I did 2 sets of 20 with a set of 25 on the back. So I did 65 push-ups. And a few weeks ago I was doing basically nothing. So there you go.
Man, that is awesome.
Yeah, thanks. Now, Brendan and Tony, I think you have some idea, but Brendan, you certainly have a good idea of where I've come from, because when I met Brendan, I don't know if you remember this, Tony, I was not walking.
Yeah.
I wasn't even walking. In fact, not only was I not walking, I didn't know if I would ever walk again. That's the state that I was in when I met Brendan. I don't know, what was that, 2 years ago? It was the fall of 2023. So 2.5 years ago. I wasn't even able to walk normal for almost a year. So that's where I was. I was on crutches for 7 months. So like it's been a long, long road. So what I'm describing is very mild for the average male human, but given the journey that I've been on, fairly significant. Also, I can tell that my body is changing. Like it's even a few weeks of doing push-ups every day, I can tell the difference.
Chris, comparison is the thief of joy.
Yes.
That's all you need.
Yes.
Because what you're doing and what you've done is fantastic. That's awesome, man. I'm
100%.
super happy for you. You're like, that's big. That's huge.
Yeah. Thank you. I
even when you told me, like, you were like, I don't know if you publicize this, but you were like jogging around the block, and I was like, dude, that's awesome. I was like,
yeah,
oh. I was like, oh,
yeah.
I'm like, yeah. Or even walking briskly. I was like, yes.
Small victories aren't small, especially when coming from a place of what feels like despair in the moment. Like you can't envision being able to do that.
Yeah.
So don't take a small victory lightly. It's you can't compare yourself to, you literally cannot compare yourself to anybody else, because nobody else can compare themselves to you, if that makes any sense. But if you want to go simplistic with it, like that's literally the best advice that I heard the wrestling coaches give my kids who are 10 and under. Do push-ups every day. It will make you stronger, even if it's only 5, 10, 15, whatever. It doesn't matter. Do them every day. Eventually you'll be doing more, and just that body weight workout and that extra bit of push-pull movement, it will make you so much stronger even a year from now than you would be if you didn't just do that.
Right.
Because the bare minimum, that's the thing that people don't like really comprehend when they think, oh, it's not even worth it because it's the bare minimum, or it's less than the bare minimum. That's still better than nothing. It's always better than nothing. Your body craves movement. It's actually like, that's the thing that people don't think about. And I have to constantly remind myself every day when I don't want to do it, is you're tired because you're not moving. You're tired because you're not getting energy by moving. You get energy by moving. But that's the law of nature. Energy is movement. Energy is not, oh, I don't have the energy to work out. Well, you're not going to have the energy to work out unless you do work out. And then you're going to feel like a whole new person. And it's so true, though. And you shouldn't have to tell adults this, but and I have adults tell me this all the time. I don't have the energy to do it. No, you do. You just didn't do it, so you don't have the energy to do it. It comes after. That's the thing people forget. And like when my dad went through his chemotherapy and all that, like the amount of like body mass that he went and lost and muscle that he lost and the slow build back, like today he looks so vastly much different and stronger than he was a year ago, just from doing the bare minimum and that home physical therapy. Like last year around June, it's been almost a year, I did a job where I had to use a chain winch on like a 20-foot ceiling, and it was just literally for like 4 hours that day I did this,
Oh,
doing
wow.
like the rope climb with a chain winch up and down, lifting this fucking gigantic motor up. But it's not heavy because it's on a winch. Well, it's just that repetitive motion. And my elbow for like 6 months was in so much pain. I thought it was just like a couple of days. I had this crazy tennis elbow thing for like months and months and months. And I'm like, I don't know what to do about it. And then I did something at work, and then the other elbow started. I'm like, oh, I guess this is just life now. And then randomly, I grabbed 2 10-pound dumbbells off my rack. And you hold them like this. It's hard to explain to the audio listeners, but you basically cup them with your hands and you do lifts straight up with them. Grip curl, I think they call it. 10 pounds doesn't sound like a lot. It is fucking painful, and it is a lot of weight when you hold it like that. You're holding it with your fingers, palming it, and lifting it in a
you're using
dumbbell way.
Normally use.
It's all the muscles you never use. 10 pounds is a fucking ton at that point. But I started doing that, and it hurt like hell. After like 3 reps, I couldn't do anymore. But it was working that out. And after about 3 months of doing that, it's basically gone. I'll get it back a little bit, but in both my elbows, it feels light years better today than it did 3 months ago. So bare minimum is not nothing. Bare minimum is actually the difference between they say use it or to lose it. And that's 1,000% true. I've got guys at work that are like 5-10 years younger than me. I'll jump up on something or jump off of something or like just move around quickly. And they go, I don't know how the fuck you do that. Like literally, this is why I work out. And by work out, I mean, I go on a 2-mile walk. That's a workout.
Yeah.
It's not nothing. It's definitely something. You have to move your body. That is why use it or lose it is so applicable the older we get, because if you do not do it, you will lose it and you may not get it back. Okay. I want to say back in like 2015 is when I actually really started like routinely doing bare minimum. And don't get me wrong, like I could do so much more. My diet is shit. I could do way more lifting. I could do way more cardio. I am not killing it by any means. I look like I work out. I move like I work out, but I also look like I've never turned down a fucking buffet in my life. So I could be doing so much more. I could be so much more conditioned and have so much more restraint. But that bare minimum, it's not nothing. Like it is so vital. And even if you've decided, well, it's not worth it. No, it's always worth it. Even if it's a little, you will feel so much better. And believe me, it could always be worse, folks.
Well, also, so when you reach our age,
yes,
it's completely easy to lose muscle mass, especially. So if you know this better than anybody, if you're not doing anything, then where does it's gone. It just goes right. So no, I'm proud of you. I'm happy for you. And just keep going, man. Keep going. Keep doing.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you for the encouragement. Thanks. I mean, you guys are good friends. You're really good friends. And I appreciate the encouragement. It's I have no intention of sharing all my stuff on this podcast because it's not good use for our time. But just know that I've been through a lot. Like I've been through a lot the last 6 years. I've come from a really, really, really dark, difficult place.
I don't think that's true at all. I think that your struggle is something that could help someone else. So I don't think it's a misuse of our time at all. I don't know.
People can relate for sure.
Oh, for sure. And people struggle with all sorts of kind of things. And so I don't think that would be a misuse of our time at all.
Okay. Well, and I don't have to do it on this episode, but if there's I'm certain I could certainly share now more if you wanted me to, but
maybe an hour and 20 minutes in and we're about to get a voicemail, but I mean, yeah.
Okay. Well, first of all, thank you for saying that. I'll amend what I said. It's right at this moment is probably not a great time for me to share all the stuff I've been through. However, if you guys think that it'd be helpful to other people, Maybe it would be, because I think I agree. I think when you hear what people have been through and how they got through it, I think you're right. That probably is very helpful, because I think we've all heard stories like that and benefited from. So you just let me know on next episode or in a future episode if you ever want me to share more long form what I've been through, because it's pure craziness, and I've been through some really dark stuff. And just by evidence of me being here, I've gotten through it. So I could certainly share more details, and if that's helpful, then so be it.
Absolutely. All right, let's get to voicemails. Huh?
We've run out of time for banter.
All right, here we go. First one. Here we go.
Well, hello, Dads Worldwide, if that's your real name. This is Chance Joy, spreader of peace, love, and equity. I have some very important questions. So, Mr. Brendan Roy, Dads Worldwide himself, where were you on the day Ilhan Omar was attacked? Do you have alibi for your whereabouts? I have lots of questions. I'm just asking questions here. And you, Tony G, with your
What I do?
and your hat and your glasses and shirt.
Oh.
Ugh, disgusting. Last but
Wow.
Chris, we can all sense the deep sexual tension between you and Leslie Manbeard. It's okay. It's okay. You can admit your unrequited love. Right? We're not going to judge you. Chance Joy.
Not sure about that.
Peace, love, and equity.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow, who wants to go
Man.
first?
Powerful.
Well, okay. So what that was, Chris, was that was a voicemail, and what those are is when people have thoughts or questions, they can record those and send it into the show. Pretty easy to do. dadsww.com, and at the bottom right, you hit the thing and the button and record it and send. And a voicemail gives us a chance to interact. Oh wait, shit! Did I just mansplain that? Damn.
Oh my.
Definitely, you did.
Ah.
And I already admitted that I was in the crowd with Ilhan Omar. I high-fived the guy that, I don't know, spit water on her. Or...
But you
No, I think-
didn't admit to being that guy.
No, I wasn't that guy. I was like, we were like, yeah, do it. And I high-fived him. That's what I said. Slow down the video. You can see me. I'm like,
Right.
yeah. Dude ran after her, and she went, yes, do it. I'm yeah. Down. Slow it down is just obvious. It's just obvious. I was there.
Yeah, that's true.
Now your love for Leslie Manbeard.
Well, first of all, if I haven't been clear, I'm very fond of Leslie Manbeard.
No,
I thought I'd said that before. I'm a big fan. I really appreciate every time Leslie Manbeard calls into the show. I'd love to have a Leslie Manbeard voicemail on every episode. So now the one point that the one point that Chance Joy.
Call them by name.
Yeah.
Okay, so the one point that Chance Joy made that I hadn't basically made the point that it's unrequited love, which means I'm fond of Leslie Manbeard and Leslie Manbeard's not necessarily fond of me. Maybe I wasn't aware of that, but if that's true, I mean, I'll just have to live with it. If it's only a one-way thing, I'll just have to be okay with that. But I'm not denying. I'm definitely very fond of Leslie Manbeard, no doubt. In fact, I'm fond of both of them. I find I like Chance Joy just as much. To bring it on.
So three-way.
Yeah, that's what I heard.
Sure.
Whoa!
All right.
It comes out.
But wait, Tony didn't really. I guess Chance. All that Chance really did was just list your clothing items. There wasn't really.
what Chance just did was explain all the things that Chance feels uncomfortable in her sexuality about me. Like I'm assuming, maybe I shouldn't. That make me an ass, but maybe Chance isn't comfortable with being heterosexual, and all the things Chance listed are making her question: is she a heterosexual? So, and that's fair. I've turned many a gay,
Well,
and
it's
I've
just
turned
that-
many a straight men gay. Not intentionally, it just happens.
Yep.
I mean, look at Brendan,
Yes, I was just
the
gonna say.
happily married man, and now look at him.
Yep.
Lusting over me.
A for Tony.
all I was pointing out is that Chance made leveled an accusation towards Brendan, also leveled one against me. Then when Chance got to you, just listed clothing items.
Just
No
listen-
question, no comment, no accusations, just a list of clothing items.
Didn't like me mansplaining.
Yeah, I mean, Chance did say that, but I mean, I really felt like Chance was just listing what makes you sexy.
Well,
Internationally
so
sexy.
so exactly. Like that's the thing. We talked about this at the top of the show. Like, I can only get better. I don't know how to peak. Chance doesn't have anything negative that Chance can say about me, so all Chance can do is list great things about me and try to spin it into a negative.
Yeah.
It was a good attempt.
Yeah.
Inevitably, it was
Yeah.
going to fail, though.
That's fair.
So I kudos to Chance for trying. I will extend this Chance next time. You need to go hard in the paint on Tony G. Let's see what you got. So I
wow.
invite that. I invite that. Bring it on. Dig deep and try not to fall in love. There we go.
I think we would all agree that the more voicemails from either one of them, the better.
Mhm,
Keep them
mhm.
coming.
Well, maybe not Brendan's wife. Jamie's not a fan, but okay.
Not a fan
That's
of-
fair.
all right. Voicemail number 2.
My name is Striker. Why don't people subscribe to my channel? Subscribe to Striker G on YouTube.
Solid. I mean, wow. That's some next level input.
Yep.
Really right in the feels.
Know how to.
Man.
Yeah.
It's a journey. We've all learned. There you go. Folks, you got to go to YouTube.
Yeah.
You got to find old Striker G on the YouTube. So there you go.
Got to.
That's
I'm going to change the tagline under my name to his YouTube channel.
I think that is a great idea.
I don't think I could do it while we're recording though, can we?
Yeah, you can.
Actually, yes, you can. 100%.
How do I do that? I'm going to change that.
It's the gear and settings, and well, it
the
used to be.
buttons, the hamburger or whatever. Yeah, whatever. I don't know.
The
the-
what?
Hamburger?
Yeah, the
What?
side of the mic.
What?
Edit name and headline. Okay, so where you're
Oh,
the 3.
yeah.
So the mic in the right next to it on the right, there's the 3 dots.
Yeah.
I don't have 3 dots.
You don't have 3 dots?
No,
How do you not have 3 dots?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Everybody has 3 dots.
Where you're
You would think so.
Oh, no, yeah. Like, okay, not on the window, but the little U on the bottom.
yeah, the little U on the bottom. On
The
the
little U.
so there's
Oh, here.
yes.
Here.
Yeah, on the bottom. Yeah.
What
Okay.
was that? What was that YouTube channel again?
Striker G. I think it's Striker _ GEE. I believe. I don't know how I know that.
Hmm.
Yeah, how would you know that?
Yeah, it's Striker _ G.
Something like this,
Yeah.
perhaps.
That well, it's a Y, not an I.
I knew that.
Because we're eccentric over here.
That was a test and you passed.
I did. I haven't drank too much. I can tell.
All right. Last voice.
Done.
Here we go.
Boom.
This is Taven. Dad, why the hell are you coming upstairs?
I don't think that question was for me or Brendan.
Yeah, I don't think so at all. I don't think so at all.
That was for one person and one person only.
Chicken's not here. That was last week.
That was last.
Yeah. Oh, was that aimed at me?
I think so.
I would assume so.
Full disclosure, I made him record that before I came down here. Like, that'll at least be funny.
I don't.
That was very funny.
It was plainly obvious.
Yeah. Yeah. No, so Stryker just got over 400 subscribers on YouTube, so he's pretty stoked about that. And
Is that right?
Yeah. I've been making videos for him for like 4 years now. Like, and it started out like, he's like, oh my God, because he had like all these YouTube guys that are the worst that he would watch like 4 years ago. And I'm like, oh, they suck. But okay, I'll humor this. And it started out real simple and just bouncing balls on the trampoline. And then I got creative with it. Like, we do little sketches and be like a little monster, like him and his brothers running away from a monster, which is one of his other brothers in a costume running away. And and then all their sports stuff. I'd be editing videos and I put that up on there. And there's like several hundred videos on there now, including shorts. And at one point I'm just like, this is a really great, like, no, I don't care if anybody's watching. This is just a great catalog at this point of them growing up and all these milestones, like, because all the vacations were going on, all their sports seasons, all these funny little quirky things that they do. And now me and Lindsay can go back and watch this, and it's just like, oh my gosh, look at how little they were and how cute, and this, oh, I forgot about this. And that's been the most rewarding part, is having this chronicling of all of them growing up. So I don't care if it ever took off or not. It's just at this point, I'm just so happy that we did it, because it's there for us to watch and for them to, and they love watching themselves and they think they're hilarious, which they 1000% get from me. So it's entertaining for them and it's nostalgic for us. So yeah, I love it. And then poor Taven, he's had a rough, he's, so obviously he talks so adorably. He's so sweet. He's one of the sweetest kids in the world. And he's adorable when he talks. He has a speech teacher. She's moving to Texas and she's not going to be here next year. And he's like heartbroken. So it was a rough week last week for him. So he's just such a nice little guy. So felt really bad for him. So wanted to mention that. He's just a sweetheart.
We're in Texas.
This is Taven. Dad, why the hell are you coming upstairs?
It's just a sweetheart. Yep. I'm not sure where in Texas. And it's weird because I don't know that they have family down there, because I think they're both from around here. So I don't know. I think it was just maybe an opportunity for her husband popped up, and she was just like one of the greatest teachers. Like, all the students really liked her. So just sucked.
What's the difference between Stryker G and Stryker G 2.0?
So the Stryker G 2.0 was the one he made on his phone when he realized he could access YouTube. And I'm like, okay, you're making stupid shorts on your own. I might as well just give you access to the channel that I've been putting your videos on. Just like, oh yeah, that makes way more sense. So he abandoned that in favor of the main channel. Like, well, there you go. Now you got a backup. Now you're following the Big Buck and Empire algorithm of YouTube of inevitably I'm going to be shadow banned, so I've got a backup account. Like, so proud, son. When you start talking about vaccines,
you've got 3 videos on here that have 2,800, 1,600, and 1,800 views.
On which one?
On Stryker G.
So I think the most viewed is like 24,000.
Damn.
I didn't see that.
Yeah,
one.
it was, I think his most viewed is like 3 years ago. We went to Monster Jam, and that's got like 24,000 views.
Jeez.
And some of his shorts have like they blow up really, really quick. I don't know how or why or what you do. So not just the ones that I've put up for him, ones he just randomly throws up. They'll get like thousands of views. I'm like, all right, he gets it. I've successfully, without even trying, he understands how to manipulate algorithms. Great. He's definitely my kid.
Nice. All right. Well, I've subscribed.
Yes. Another one on the march to 500.
I was the 404th subscriber.
Boom.
Subscribed. Otherwise, I don't know. I'm still trying to figure out how to sign into YouTube.
And also, Tony, I want you to tell Stryker that I'm now promoting him under my name on the show.
I definitely will. Yes, this is. I'm just gonna take a picture of that right now for him because
I'm not even promoting my own stuff, and I've got a lot of stuff to promote.
That's true. 634 podcasts.
No, I told you 635. I started another one.
Oh
this
yeah,
morning.
today, just today. What's this one about?
Potted plants.
Oh, what's the name?
Out on the ledge. It's called. I think it's called On the Ledge.
On the ledge.
Hang on a second. I'll find it. Let me just show you for sure. I think it's called On the Ledge. I can't remember exactly what it is. Something about potted plants. On the Ledge.
Wait, hang on. Are you you're not actually fucking serious? You didn't start another podcast about plants, did you?
Can you see it? You can't see it, can you?
What? Kinda.
It's not clear. Okay, hang on. I don't know how to share it.
Because I 1000% would believe you if you said you started a botanist podcast.
I'm telling you, this morning I started a I can't believe you
Was
don't
that
believe me.
before or after Phil made the joke about you having a ton of podcasts? Did you make another podcast in spite of Phil? Because I would respect that.
I mean, listen, I don't need much motivation to do things to spite Phil. Because, so it takes very little.
That's how I live my life, man. I get it.
Yeah, it's like even the hint, the mere suggestion. So go check the Facebook feed. I guess I can put it in the chat. I don't know how to put it in the chat, but it's in the Facebook feed. my new podcast, On the Ledge.
Oh my god. No fucking way. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Wow.
I don't joke around about podcasting.
Peroni.
Well, I mean, I can't put all my projects under my own name. That's insane.
Oh my
I can't.
God.
I can't do that.
That is amazing.
But there you go. I started a podcast about. I mean, I really want you to listen to all of my projects. I mean, I've put so much on the Dads Worldwide listeners, so I apologize for starting yet another podcast. But it's a disease I can't help myself.
No, you can't apologize for that. If anything, you should ask for thanks.
What I meant to say was you're welcome, because I've just
There you
created
go.
another podcast. I'll probably create another podcast by the end of this episode of this podcast. So
if you don't have another new one by next week, I'm actually going to be disappointed.
I'm just saying in the next 15 or 20 minutes, I may come up with another one. So
Hey, Jane.
True.
what?
Jane Perone.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I just felt like a podcast about plants would be more easily received if it was from a woman.
I really hope if I click on this, it's just Chris going, "Hello, this is Jane, and today we're going to be talking about daffodils."
Go ahead and click on it. I've already done a ton of episodes.
I'm gonna check this out. I
Click on it. Click on it right now.
Okay.
Go on,
I'm gonna
Tony.
click on this.
It's
All
called
right.
On the Ledge.
All right. No, I see it. It's right here. Clicking on it. And On the Ledge, Jane Peroni, 4.9, not quite a perfect 5.
When
Home and
mom's
garden.
celebrating your
What's-
mom, your wife, maybe even your daughter as a new mom, trust 1-800-Flowers to help you celebrate every important
Sponsored.
woman in your life. With double blooms,
What
one
What the
Surprise.
fuck is this?
dozen roses
What-
and another dozen for free. It's a simple way to give beautifully, with colorful
Perfect.
blooms that make Mother's Day feel meaningful. For
Are we
every
playing an ad for
order
some other
confident,
show?
get
Listen,
double
I just
blooms
pushed
at
play.
1-800-Flowers podcast. That's
I have sponsors. I have ads on my podcast.
You absolutely do not.
Here, and it's a great time to get your home
Lisa.
ready for the season ahead. At Pella Windows and Doors of New England, take advantage by moving.
Sponsored.
Face and an extremely today. I'm bringing you 5 quite that unhinged yet. They're yet for a reason.
Oh,
No, when I say invisible, what I mean is they are invisible to the vast majority of you listening to this
you sound
podcast.
foreign.
That's
with this
because
episode.
they're not on social media. Well, if you're lucky, they'll be maybe on Facebook. They may have a website, but it's probably not going to be appearing at the top of your searches for a particular plant. You are really
Or they may not have a website at all.
That's crazy talk.
What
Every
the fuck is this?
Okay, so obviously I'm not going to use my own voice, but I don't know if you know this, but you can use AI to do voice to text on a podcast. You guys don't know about
You
this
can.
technology?
You can do that, yes.
Have you never heard of AI? Are you kidding me?
I have.
And also, what has more sophistication or credibility than a British accent? So
Oh no.
I-
Basically nothing.
thank you. So I made a creative choice of using the voice of a British woman, and this is my new podcast. And Tony, if you would please read the title of my latest episode. What does it say?
I would be happy to do that. Actually, I'd be honored to do that because
Thank you.
Not everybody gets that honor.
Phil,
So
I hope you're listening. I wasn't kidding. I did start a podcast this morning.
one houseplant podcaster, that's me, pours the hottest of houseplant tea.
No,
In
just
5
the title. Just give me the
Oh.
give me the title.
My houseplant hot takes, and they get. Wait, why is that all I get?
Increasingly unhinged.
Yes.
Increasingly unhinged.
So if you want increasingly unhinged hot takes on houseplants, I'm your British lady for that.
I mean, British lady.
Mhm. I wasn't kidding, gentlemen.
You're right.
I support this.
Yes. now, do you? They're
Yes.
actually. Do you?
Tell Riker he needs to subscribe to that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I don't know if I want him to subscribe to the plan.
I want a little reciprocation. If I subscribe to his YouTube channel, he needs to subscribe to my new podcast.
Okay, fine. That's fair. That's fair.
Please don't tell me that your biggest fear as a parent is that your son gets involved, gets interested in a
He becomes a botanist. Yeah.
yeah.
No, you will not do botany in this
You
house.
will
You will
not.
not.
Come
No
on.
son of mine. No son of mine's gonna get into houseplants.
How can you not love succulents?
If you talk about pollination one more time, oh, I will
I
drown
hate
you.
Ooh, photosynthesis that. Photosynthesis?
Okay, so do you want the real story behind this podcast? Because there is a story.
I would. I think at this point, I
Yeah,
crave
I feel
it.
like we are owed. We are owed.
We are owed.
Okay, so the details are hazy because this happened a few years ago, but I was in some Facebook group. It might even have been my own. A lot of people don't know that I started a Facebook group for independent podcasters called the Underdog Podcast Community. It has over 3,000 members, but there's not a lot of activity in there. But years ago, I did start this, and it grew really fast, and it was very interactive, and it was a bunch of independent podcasters helping each other. It was really a really great community. It's probably the best independent podcast community on Facebook, and I think it was in there, but there was some thread where somebody. So this woman, Jane Perrone, who I think at the time, or maybe still, it was part of a podcast group over in England called the, I don't know, something like British Pods, or I don't remember what it was. A really great, actually, kind of a network community of British podcasts, and I think she was in there. And so somebody posted this. I think she posted maybe an episode or something in there, and I was like, "You've got to be kidding me! There's no way someone actually has a podcast about houseplants." Well, I didn't realize. Well, first of all, I didn't realize that she's the one that posted the thing. And so I basically took a shot directly at her, calling her podcast ridiculous. And then I also didn't realize that she was part of this British podcast thing. So basically, a bunch of people converged on me online and just attacked me over this throwaway insult comment about, because I was like, the whole joke is that there's a freaking podcast for everything. Well, this was like 6 or 7 years ago when it was kind of true, and now it's really true. Like everyone has a podcast. There's a podcast about everything. I was like, you've got to be effing kidding me. No way someone started a legitimate podcast that anyone is listening to about freaking houseplants. Like that can't be true. And this is also, I had a couple podcasts at the time. I think I only had 2 or 3, not the 10 that I have now. But part of the frustration was that I had like no listeners, which by the way has not changed. I still have no listeners. And so I was frustrated. I was like,
not true.
Well, except for you. I do have one listener. It's Tony. And
Okay.
thank you for that. My point is that I put a lot of time into my own projects, and apparently this houseplant podcast was doing really well. And I was like, gotta be effing kidding me. Someone started a podcast about houseplants, freaking houseplants that are doing better than my stuff. That can't be true. And so I made this sarcastic comment, and then the entire British podcast community came after me basically. And so
which will happen. Yeah.
Yes, you think they're like Canadians and they're passive and kind. They're not at all. They're very vicious.
No, they don't have guns, so they gather.
right. They only have their
This is
words.
they fight back.
And apparently now in Britain you can go to jail for your words. So that's weird, but that's the thing. However, so the whole British podcast community came after me in this little group, and then she came after me and she's like basically just telling me how huge her numbers were, and now I'm like, am I in the Twilight Zone? Like I'm getting attacked by a houseplant podcast, and I'm getting shamed about the houseplant podcast numbers compared to my numbers. I was like, is this even really happening? The answer was yes, it was happening, and the answer was also yes. She had huge numbers, way bigger than I could ever dream of, and like I could podcast the rest of my life, add all those numbers up together, it wouldn't amount to what she's getting per episode on this silly podcast about houseplants. And furthermore, so this is years ago, because she's got 300 episodes. She's done 300 episodes on houseplants. And by the way, the one from 2 or 3 weeks ago has an E next to the title. So she's even has houseplant episodes with explicit content. What is that? I don't even know what that is. What could she possibly say on there on a houseplant podcast that needs to have an explicit warning on it? I don't know what's happening. But anyway, the point is that her one podcast is done way better than anything. So to your point, she has freaking legitimate commercials at the beginning of her podcast, and probably in the middle and probably at the end. Like she's heavily sponsored. She's monetized it. She's making real dollars. She might be living off the proceeds from her freaking houseplant podcast. So she legit showed me up very publicly online with the help of the British podcast community.
No, I'll just go ahead and rip this Band-Aid off. The reason her numbers are so good is because like 95% of the people listening are totally baiting. They're not listening to the context of the podcast.
Stuff. Yeah.
Yes, it's ASMR. It's just background noise for weird dudes in the basement baiting. That's what's going on. Okay.
I listen. Okay. I'm sorry.
Right.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
I'm telling you.
Listen, I already told you earlier that you guys are good friends, and I meant that sincerely. I'm not just saying that for the show. You're really going even further than I could possibly ask you. You're backing me up in what I hope is not a rekindled feud. I do not want to. I don't want to stir up. I hope. I mean,
you don't want to fight with the plant lady.
I know. I feel like I shouldn't have said anything. I shouldn't have stirred the story up because I put this to bed like years ago.
Yeah. No, you're basically Batman and she's Poison Ivy. Yeah. That's.
Oh gosh.
That's
Let me just say this to wrap this up. Listen, you Jane Perone on the Ledge podcast. You beat me years ago sufficiently. I cannot hold a candle to your podcast about houseplants. You made your point years ago. It doesn't have to be made again. I take back everything I said. If we had a podcast feud, you've won decidedly. So please don't release the British podcast community on me for a second time. Please don't do that. I mean, listen. I've heard that if you ever get into like a quilting or knitting group on Facebook, that they can be vicious. You haven't seen vicious until you've gotten involved in the houseplant community. They're unhinged. It literally says unhinged in the title of her episode. So imagine if that's on a topic that she likes. Imagine if she doesn't like you, how unhinged she gets. I'm just telling you, this lady she's got a hairpin trigger.
Oh, let's go hard in the paint. I want all that smoke. I want it all. Want that smoke.
Well, you think
Yes.
Swan was bad? Take on the houseplant lady.
Oh, I'm in. I'm in.
Yeah, you don't want that. I promise you, you don't.
I want it. I want
All
it.
right, gentlemen, I am exhausted. It's almost midnight here, so where can people find you?
On the houseplant.
On the
podcast,
ledge.
obviously.
On the ledge. If you're going to listen to one
Yeah.
podcast in this world, make it on the ledge. On the ledge. It's better than any other podcast you'll ever listen to ever about anything. Hosted by anyone. You can find me on Striker_GEE on YouTube. I'll be appearing in future videos.
Striker with a Y, obviously.
Yes, STRYKER_GEE on YouTube. That's where you can find me. So
That's
or
the new
here.
website that Chris finally got.
yeah. I forgot to tell you, Brendan. I actually had Striker build me a website, which is actually it's a smoking website. It's working really, really well.
Yeah. Believe it. I believe it.
Yeah. So
It's actually
And
Linktree/Gravity Beards. But
thank you. At least somebody remembers. It's not me. I always forget that I have a Linktree. Damn it. Someday I'll remember. Someday I'll remember.
oh god.
Linktree/Gravity Beard.
Oh fuck.
Bringing home sex kitten.
Yeah, I will. Midnight 17-time Revolutionary Wrestling Podcast Champion, not chill filled, quadruple distilled, your blend master of ceremonies himself, an international sex kitten, an ordained minister in the Church of Dutyism, Captain Aviators, Tony motherfucking G. Letting you all know that, yeah, On the Ledge might be sexy and cool and something you want to bait to in the background. But if you really want the hard-hitting, explosive eruptions, audio-wise, you need to go to Linktree/Tony the Rod and find all of those sexy and supple podcasts and live streams over there, because there's so very many, you know, at Dad's Worldwide, Dark Side of the Fringe, Carry Nation, but really, most importantly and sexily, Dad's Worldwide.
Worldwide.
How's that for breaking through the fucking dome, Brendan?
Whoa.
Bringing it back to the beginning.
And if climate for real.
Yes.
Can we just spend a
Why-
couple minutes on the Iran war before we go?
Oh, God.
No.
No.
Tired.
I have a couple quick points I want to make.
No.
No.
Is the
Oh.
Strait of Hormuz
We'll
open yet?
change it a day.
Is the Strait of Hormuz open? I'm just what happened? Is there anything going on in Ukraine? Can we talk about Ukraine? 30 seconds on Ukraine. Come on, Brendan.
Nope. There's nothing. There's nothing happening there. There's no one dying. Everything's a ceasefire. It's wonderful.
They're playing
Ready?
freeze tag and nobody's moved.
Everyone left in Gaza? Is anyone left in Gaza?
No.
Thriving.
Israel's killed everyone.
Can we make predictions about the midterms? Come on, Brendan. A few more minutes.
For the love of God, I want to go to bed.
I got a bone to pick with Phil. Can we go over that for a bit?
Stop. Can't stand me. Can't stand that motherfucker Chris Green. Email at www.com.
Oh, my God.
And of course, jump on, click the button, leave us a voicemail. We want to hear what you think. I mean, we have Uzbekistan, Bangladesh, Iraq,
Vietnam.
Come on, someone leave us a voicemail for the love
Where
of
you at, Canada?
yeah, for the
Hey?
yeah,
Can I just finish by promoting that Kickstarter that I just started to get Brendan to move to the Central Time Zone?
Yeah. And of course, You know how to get a hold of me, Brendan at dadsww.com. And if we will make you laugh, we might make you cry, most certainly, somehow, some way, trying to make you a better parent. And these cocksuckers just trying to extend the episode, you son of
Come on, 6 minutes.
Yeah.
No, I'm going to bed. All right. Thanks for listening. Later.
Yeah.